Ever wondered why, amidst life's storms, you seem to be going through it all alone? I'm here to tell you, that's not quite the case. Welcome here on the Prayer Channel, our meeting point of faith and inspiration. In today's video, we have a message that will touch your heart, a message that's like a beacon guiding you through life's storms. So, I invite you to stick with me till the end. This is a message from God to bless your life today. And I'll drop the link below with invaluable resources to aid you on your faith journey. Today, we're going to dive deep into a very inspiring story from the New Testament, the tale of Peter, the apostle of unshakable faith who nevertheless had moments of doubt. Let's travel back in time, over 2,000 years, to a stormy night on the Sea of Galilee. The disciples were in a boat, battling fierce waves and relentless winds. Suddenly, in the midst of the storm, they saw a figure walking calmly on the churning waters. It was Jesus. At first, fear gripped them, thinking it was a ghost. But Jesus, always serene, said, "Take heart. It is I. Don't be afraid." Peter, known for his bold and impulsive personality, challenged, "Lord, if it's you, command me to come to you on the water." Jesus simply replied, "Come." Driven by faith, Peter jumped out of the boat and, to his own astonishment, began to walk on water, moving towards Jesus. But then, the reality of the situation hit him: the wind, the waves, the surrounding darkness. He began to doubt, and the next moment, he began to sink. Yet, even in Peter's moments of doubt, Jesus did not abandon him. He reached out, grabbed Peter, and said, "You of little faith, why did you doubt?" And when they climbed into the boat, the wind ceased. This story is a powerful reminder that, even when we are surrounded by storms and feel like we're sinking, Jesus is there, reaching out to save us. And like Peter, we are called to keep our faith, even in the face of life's storms. And now, after hearing Peter's story, you may be questioning yourself, asking deep down in your heart, how can I have faith as strong as Peter's? How can I maintain my unshakable faith amidst the storms of my life? These are profound, very human, and perfectly understandable questions. All of us, at some point, have questioned the strength and depth of our faith. And it's in this questioning where we find the first step to the answer. God, in His infinite wisdom and love, has given each of us a measure of faith. It's there, within you. It's not something you need to seek in far-off places or complicated practices. It's a divine seed already planted in your heart from the moment of your birth. And make no mistake, this seed of faith has the same potency as the faith that moved mountains in Peter's life. You, as a child of God, have the same capacity for unshakable faith. What varies is how each of us nurtures and cultivates this seed. So, you may ask, how do I nourish my faith? And this is the journey we're going to explore together. Understand that, like Peter, we also have moments of doubts and faith, moments when we feel like we're walking on water and moments when we feel like we're sinking. The important thing here is to remember that faith, like anything else in life, is a process, a path we're all walking. And at every step of this path, God is with us, supporting us, loving us, and guiding us so that we can grow and strengthen the faith seed He planted within us. Right now, I'd like to guide you into deep contemplation of Psalm 46. A powerful and comforting passage that states, "God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble." This psalm is not just a collection of words, but a beacon that can illuminate our darkest moments. Imagine for a moment a refuge. It could be a cozy house in the midst of a violent storm, or a comforting shade in the desert heat. This refuge is a place of safety, where we feel protected from the world's dangers. Now, imagine that this refuge isn't just a physical place, but a being of infinite love and unparalleled power. That's God, our refuge. And the psalm goes further, calling God our fortress. When you think of a fortress, what comes to your mind? Perhaps a massive stone wall, impenetrable, unshakable. God is that fortress for us, a shield against all of life's adversities, a pillar of strength that not only protects us but gives us the ability to face any challenges with courage. Now, the ever-present help in trouble. How many times have we found ourselves in situations where it seems everything is against us? When our problems look like insurmountable mountains and our hearts are heavy with anguish. In these moments, God isn't just a passive observer. He is a help, always present, always active in our lives. He doesn't just see us in our pain but intervenes for us, giving us the strength to overcome, the hope to carry on, and peace that surpasses all understanding. So, when we find ourselves in the midst of the storm, just like Peter, we can call to mind this psalm. It reminds us that no matter how towering the waves, no matter how fierce the wind, God is with us. He is our refuge, our stronghold, our ever-present help in times of distress. And with Him by our side, we can weather any storm. Now, folks, I'd like to draw your attention to a concept that's so familiar to us, yet never loses its relevance and depth: the ceaseless, unwavering presence of God in our lives. God, our Heavenly Father, is always with us. He isn't some far-off spectator just watching the events of our lives unfold, but rather a loving, loyal companion walking beside us at every step of our journey. In the ecstatic heights of our victories and the somber depths of our struggles, He's there. He shares in our joys, each laughter, each celebration, each moment of gratitude and love. He rejoices with us and delights in our growth and accomplishments. Likewise, He is with us in our sorrows, in every tear shed, every disappointment faced, every storm that rocks us. He feels our pain, knows our distress, and is ever ready to comfort us and offer His peace. On sunny days, He is the sun that lights our path, the warmth that kindles our heart. And on stormy days, He is our safe harbor, the haven where we find refuge. He is our shelter, the place where we find protection from life's trials. He is our shield, the defense that guards us from all evil. And He is our shepherd, the one who guides us, feeds us, and looks after us. This is the image of God we want to remember and hold dear in our hearts, a God who not only loves us, but is intimately involved in every facet of our lives, in the highs and lows, the joys and sorrows, the sunny days and stormy nights. I'd like to delve deeper into this image of our God as a loving, caring shepherd. This is such a potent analogy, so rich in meanings, helping us grasp how God works in our lives. Consider for a moment the role of a shepherd. He dedicates his life to looking after his sheep. He knows each one of them, is aware of their needs, and is always on the lookout for dangers that might threaten them. He leads them to lush pastures where they can feed, and to calm waters where they can find refreshment. He's the first one out in the morning and the last one to return at night, always vigilant, always ready to protect His flock. In the same way, God looks after us. He knows each one of us by name, knows our hearts, our hopes and dreams, our fears and doubts. He's always there, ready to protect us, guide us, comfort us. He leads us down life's paths, often via routes we don't understand. We might encounter steep mountains, shadowy valleys, arid deserts. We might ask ourselves, why am I going through this? Where is God in all this? But even in these moments, even when we can't see or understand, we can be certain that He's with us. He's the shepherd who walks with us through the valley of the shadow of death and doesn't leave us stranded. He's the shield that guards us in times of adversity. He's the comforter who wipes away our tears in times of sorrow. Even when the road is rough and we can't comprehend why we're struggling, we can trust that our shepherd is with us, taking care of us, loving us, and leading us to greener pastures and stiller waters. Now, I'd like you to marvel at the creation that surrounds us. Let's open our eyes to the tangible reality around us, where every detail is an expression of God's love. And let's find in these details the manifestation of the divine, concrete evidence of His constant presence in our lives. Look at the nature around you, the blooming flower, the falling leaf, the soaring bird. Each of these small miracles of life is a reflection of God's love and care. The way the tree leans towards the sun, the river flows to the ocean, the butterfly emerges from its cocoon, all of it is a quiet yet expressive testament to God's ongoing work in our life. And in the same way, God manifests Himself in the small things in our everyday life. In the laughter of a child, the smile of a stranger, the hug of a friend. In every act of kindness, in every word of love, in every act of forgiveness, we see God's hand at work. Even in moments of silence, if we stop and listen, we can hear God's voice. It's not a deafening roar or a loud shout, but a soft, tranquil whisper that speaks to our heart. It's a voice that says, "I'm here, my child. Don't be afraid. I'm with you." So my friends, may we learn to see God in all things, big and small. May we hear His voice in the wonders of creation and in the most ordinary moments of our day-to-day life. And by recognizing His constant presence in our lives, may we find peace, comfort, and the courage to face whatever storm may come. If you've been inspired by this message, I ask that you hit the like button and share this video with someone else who needs to hear these words. Don't keep this light all to yourself, share it. And finally, don't forget to check out the valuable materials I've left in the link below. They're resources that can help strengthen your faith and keep you grounded in hope, even in the toughest of times. May God's peace be with you, and until the next video, God bless.